It's not long after midnight. Interceptor Steve Huntington is blue lighting into Halifax to help deal with a suspected armed man.
We're up to a firearms deployment. There's been numerous calls now of a fight in the street. There's been an allegation that one of the suspects involved in the fight armed with an axe and a machete.
Dog handler Steve has his Belgian Shepherd Macy on board. She's still in her first year on the job, which is 20 fewer than her handler. Last year, police firearms teams in England and Wales were involved in nearly 16,000 incidents. Tonight, Steve and Macy are providing backup in case the suspect makes a run for it.
If he tries to evade or tries to flee, obviously dogs are a bit quicker than us cops, so we're there just to support them really. And hopefully detaining this chap without any incidents.
Steve arrives to find a man in the front garden of a house, and he's talking to the firearms team. The firearms officers regularly work undercover, so we've had to obscure their identity. The man initially seems happy to talk to them, but as they approach, his mood changes. Steve and Macy are holding back, but she's poised to go after the man if he tries to run for it. It's a tense standoff. The initial call involved a man armed with a machete and an axe, so no one's taking any chances.
Let's get it sorted out. Listen to me. You know what it is? Look, come on then, let's be adults about it. Come here, come and speak to me.
Finally, the man approaches the firearms team. And they're not sure if the man is carrying any weapons. The officers need him cuffed and secured before going any further. Eventually, the suspect decides to give up. He doesn't appear to be armed, but he does have blood on him. And then... Macy's ready to move in. But the firearms team soon have him secured.
Quiet. Stay.
Even with the suspect locked up in the back of the van, this operation isn't over. The firearms team need to secure the house. They don't know who or what's inside. Steve and Macy are once again poised to strike if anyone inside makes off.
But the rest of them we think is the main suspect. We're still going to have to enter and clear the house. Just on intelligence and the initial calls being a fight in the street and machetes and axes being used. We don't know if there's anybody injured inside the house or if there's any further suspects.
It's a chance for Macy to calm down and for Steve to reflect on how she's performed.
She's only been up streets for less than a year, so she still gets a bit excitable when there's stuff going on. But overall, she's done her job, just focusing on him and letting him know that she's there.
The firearms team have finished searching the house. There's no one inside, but they've made some interesting discoveries.
Well, this is suggesting there's been some sort of fight, but I think we've got a potential victim at hospital with nothing more than minor cuts, but you can see there's quite a bit of blood everywhere.
There's also a weapon and what looks like ammunition.
You've got there just your box standard 2-2 air rifle. You know, if a chap would have come to the door out window pointing this, there's a scope on top of it. Could have ended a lot differently. But as you can see, there's something gone on with the amount of blood.
As well as the rifle and the ammunition, which was later found not to be live, there's a box of what looks to be cannabis. And up in the loft, the likely source of where it's come from.
Proper setup, isn't it? There are half a dozen plants which are quite mature.
With the main suspect locked up, drugs and weapons seized, it's been a successful job for Steve and the firearms team.
He's on his way to custody. He's been locked up for possessing offensive weapons, obviously his cultivation of cannabis, and possibly suspicion of assault, so he'll be detained and interviewed in the morning.
And most importantly, a potential dangerous standoff has ended up with no one getting hurt. The man is currently under investigation for the alleged assault, affray and production of cannabis. No offensive weapons were found, so no further action was taken. The case is ongoing.